Well, I guess the United Kingdom, after banning people from their country, um, like Lauren Southern, Brittany Pettibone, Martin Sellner, they decided to go even further and find Count Dankula guilty.
This is bullshit! Get the bricks!
Shiny light on me, I need every time. Shiny light, oh no.
Scottish YouTube personality Count Dankula, real name Mark Meacham, was found guilty at Glasgow Sheriff Court Tuesday of a hate crime and potentially faces 2 months in prison after recording a video of his girlfriend's dog doing Nazi salutes. Reporting from inside the courtroom, journalist and street organizer Tommy Robinson said Meacham had been found guilty of being grossly offensive under the Communications Act of 2003. Meacham was due to be sentenced Tuesday afternoon, but the judge decided to release him on bail to return to court on the 23rd of April. So if you were paying any attention today on the internet, and if you're a YouTuber or you're on Twitter or anything and follow the people that I follow, you'll notice that Count Dankula was just found guilty of, quote, being grossly offensive on the internet by sharing a video of his pug doing a Sieg Heil salute. Grossly offensive. How about grossly unjust? Gross miscarriage of justice. Absolutely disgraceful. Kangaroo court. I hope the judge, prosecution, the cops involved in this situation, I hope they're very proud of themselves, considering that in the very same country, in the United Kingdom, not Scotland, but the United Kingdom, you have Muslims raping children, but, that's being ignored, or at least genuinely ignored. You have Lauren Southern being banned from the United Kingdom for what? Offensive speech. I think we're seeing a pattern here. You have two members of let's be honest, they are identitarians, but they still have the right to speak. I mean, United Kingdom is very, very fastly becoming a fascist state. And I don't... They are. I said this on Twitter. These are the birth pangs of tyranny that we are seeing in the United Kingdom. And if I were the denizens of the UK, I would be in the streets right now. Okay, this is. I mean, what has happened over the past week in the UK is an outrage. Freedom of speech is the one of the pillars of Western society, going back for hundreds of years. I mean, we're talking about the country that started the Age of Enlightenment. This is the country of Churchill. The country where so few gave so much for freedom in World War II, that fought so hard to bring down the Nazis, for this to happen, for this YouTuber to be going to jail, possibly, his sentencing is in April, to be going to jail over a fucking joke. I'll tell you what's a fucking joke. This case. 2 years of his life just put aside, ruined for this. It's cruel and unusual punishment that should count towards his sentence, this 2 years. He should get no time. If he gets time for this, they're saying 5 years maximum for this, for speech. I mean, If I were in the UK, I would be talking about uprising over this. This is an outrage. This is not what your government has been permitted. Your government is not permitted to do this. This is an outrage. You better stop it now. You better stop imprisoning people for tweets, for YouTube videos. The police need to focus on their true goals, and that is stopping crimes. That's it. You can start with, the Muslims raping children. How about that?
But the thing I hate about them the most is that they're making it harder for us to laugh. One of the things that people will tell you when they visit places like North Korea, or people will tell you when they lived through authoritarian regimes, is that the first thing to go when a dictator takes power is humor and satire, because it's a risk. It's a risk to the autocrat in power. The thing that dictators and authoritarians hate the most, and this is why I know you're right, is the sound of laughter. It's people having fun. They're telling me what I can find funny. Well, that isn't funny. I find AIDS quite funny. I find Islam quite funny. I find all sorts of things that I'm not supposed to... What's that? Aloha snack bar, yeah. No. I find trannies quite funny. I mean, all these things are inherently very entertaining, but we're told that we can't laugh about them because we're offending someone.
Oh, some people don't like you to talk like that. Oh, some people would like to shut you up for saying those things. You know that. Lots of people, lots of groups in this country want to tell you how to talk, tell you what you can't talk about. Well, sometimes they'll say, well, you can talk about something, but you can't joke about it. Say you can't joke about something because it's not funny. Comedians run into that shit all the time. Like rape. They'll say, you can't joke about rape. Rape's not funny. I say, fuck you. I think it's hilarious. How do you like that?